Alright, welcome everybody to week 8. Hanson's not with us right now. He is in the warp storms of Yellowstone. I tried to make a 40k joke there, but that just didn't. That fell flat. That fell flat in my soda.
I was gonna say he died temporarily.
Right. And then he came back.
He hasn't gotten any blood for too long.
Yeah. Van Hansen.
Oh, I was referring to the person.
Alright. So anyways, for all intents and purposes, you guys are actually still on the drift rock. Probably be a good idea to look around, especially for some loot, because you never know what kind of loot you might find.
I'll look for some.
I'm gonna look for some healing items because I'm in a bad way.
Alright. Sounds fun. Now to get to the actual... Okay, here we go. So in the cavern that you guys are in...
Oh, that's gonna be a weapon.
Also, you
Yeah,
know
I
what?
forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
You don't remember me blowing up my gun and saving the day?
Well,
I
before...
didn't see this until now. The message.
Oh, mine?
Okay. Well, before any of this happens, Beato just kind of holds his stomach and it's like, I don't feel so good, and just runs into the Sunrise Maiden right away. But anyways, so you guys find...
We found a demon last time, didn't we? Oh man, I forgot a lot.
You don't remember the
It's
things
like a she-banshee type of deal.
phasing out? It was like a flying
yeah,
leaf
no,
thing.
I remember, yeah. Alrighty, we're back on track.
Okay, so you guys find several unusual art objects that most likely this creature collected from myriad civilizations over the years while
Do
hunting in the drift.
Do they look like they're of value? Can I assess that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me your profession skill.
Are any of them Spittermander art?
Are any of them of me is the question.
22.
Okay, all of them together are 2,000 credits.
Do they have the entire box set?
I'm
Demon
gonna-
Shadow?
I want to take the
That's the
art.
important thing.
All right.
How much is the artwork?
Oh my god, this is
Um,
an unopened Luke Starkiller
I mean,
action figure.
This is worth so much money.
It really doesn't matter. You could just hold it in the cargo hold until you get back to Absalom Station,
Okay.
and then sell it
Cool.
from there. All right, yeah. And if you guys were to go on the Sunrise Maiden, all of the it has a bunch of trade goods in the cargo hold, and all of that altogether is also 2,000 credits. So overall, you see like
I might be able
4,000.
to get you a good deal on that if you want to like go in together and let me try to sell.
You can sell the trade goods. It seems like it's right up your alley.
Do what you want. Do what you want.
Well, I was willing to split it with you.
Oh, hey, we help you find them, so we get part of a finder's fee.
You know,
You
I'll,
split the profits. Damn right you will.
I'll give you a finder's fee if you'd rather have a finder's fee than split the profits.
Take 25% of your profits for the finder's fee. There we go. I think that benefits
So
everyone.
what has happened to Viato? Did he like slip into like a deathly coma?
I think he had like the undead boops.
All right.
It's a thing, I'm sure. My medical skill is not very good, so that's not good.
Are there any healing items or weapons?
Oh, I do actually have a decent medical skill.
None in that area.
What about on the ship?
None on the ship either.
Oh.
Funny enough. If anything,
How bad?
you figure that Moriko Nash might have taken them with her
Much
when
worse
she
I am.
Oh yeah, I
when she
forgot
went to
about that.
explore the drift rock.
Surprise.
Surprise! I forgot I kind of got f***ed up in that fight. I was like, gonna give him some health potions. I might need some health potions.
Well, I vote. I'm gonna go find like the crew quarters or whatever on this ship, and before we take off, I need to take a long sleep.
Does a healing
Oh, wait.
serum give stamina back?
Does a healing serum give stamina
Or
back?
just health?
It just gives health.
Okay.
If you want all your stamina back, you're going to be resting.
I second the resting idea.
I would third it.
Do I get resolve points with full rest?
With a full rest, you do. And for those of you who lost strength, you gain 1 point of strength back.
Ooh, I feel rested.
All right. Yeah, and there's just enough room for all of you.
Jimmy and Jimmy think they can sleep on my shell.
Jimmy, I forgot.
Actually, there are enough beds for like everybody.
Oh,
on this
really?
ship. There's
What
like
if-
7 beds in this.
Yeah,
ship.
What about
I claimed my quarters and I told what's her nuts where it was. just
Oh
in
God,
case
yeah, I
you didn't
forgot
know.
about that.
Yeah, no, she's
I don't-
staying in Nara's room.
Okay, well,
I want to share.
Who's staying in our room?
It's either
Android.
Damn, I was gonna ask her to come back with me.
you're in
That's
Biano's
right.
room.
I got more game than all
Yeah,
y'all.
see, I chose number 6. It's the only solo suite.
Yeah.
I quickly run into it.
Yeah.
Mine.
It actually is the captain's quarters.
Oh, nice.
You do find some of Moriko Nash's personal belongings in there. So, take that for what you will.
Oh, you're right across. You and
God,
what's
no.
the android's
No,
Uh,
please God, no,
is that
put me in the furthest one.
Clara?
no, Clara
Yeah.
247.
Oh, Clara 2. Oh, Rose is my wife.
Yeah.
Clara 247 and Nara are both
Or
in the room across
274.
from
One of the two.
Where am I in relation to
me.
this?
I don't know. Which room are you in?
Wait, what room are you
So-
you two?
I'm in 6.
247.
She's in 7 or 8.
7 or 8. I'm gonna like I want to sneak in and see if I want to like see if I can see anything. I'm gonna perv in.
Gonna burn and my
None
God,
of
you
these-
guys are creeps.
None of these doors have windows, by the way.
Excellent. They don't see what I get up to.
I'm gonna call Clara up on the.
I forgot we're in a competition for her right now, aren't we? The space bug or the Skittermander?
She never gave you her number, so you don't know it.
I don't know how she's been talking to me this whole time without having
Magic. I don't know. It's been like wideband communication, so everybody could hear her.
Well, now that it's morning, I want to talk to Claire because like she might want to go back and get her weapons at least, because she just has the knife.
Right. Well,
Right.
if you want to go back all up in there, that is your business.
You don't
I'm not
want to. You
going.
don't think it would be valuable to like try to recover her weapons, or do you think we should just try to get back to Absalom?
I don't want to go back there.
I think we should get up on the station.
I hate this asteroid.
Bimmy,
Aye, aye, Captain.
Bimmy and Jimmy are already in engineering right now.
No boy, I can't imagine what they're gonna do.
Same, dude.
I bet they can give this
He
ship
wasn't
like.
supposed to be
We
the
attached
engineer.
a self-destruct button to the ship. Why? Why would we ever need that? Well, just in case we need to destroy the ship, we'll never need to do that.
Don't give him ideas.
That reminds me
They're
of
kind of swarm.
Like-
They're coming right towards us.
playing like Privateer. Like there was like a self-destruct button on your ship, and I could never like figure out why when you would ever need us.
There
In
were, a
what
bunch,
instance would you need to blow yourself up?
there were a bunch of Star Trek games on DOS that did that as well. It's like, I got a better idea. Let's not fight the Klingons. Let's just blow ourselves the kingdom.
Game over. It's the game over button.
Yes.
I quit.
hard reset, man.
Alright, so choose your consoles. I
I mean, yeah, you guys have already chosen your roles, but as
I'm
you can
gonna.
see, you have your different consoles over here. There are 2 gunner consoles. That is a gunnery turret right there. Some of these are auxiliary gunnery controls. So basically, if somebody is not using one of the specified consoles, you can use one of the others. This, I think, is the engineering console. This one is piloting. I think B right here is the captain, and D right here is the science console.
Now, is there any gunnery that's accessible from this, or do I have to move from this to like one of the gunnery?
So some of these are auxiliary consoles
you.
as well.
Well, last time in the last ship we had, like I could fire the main cannon. Like
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, a lot of these are auxiliary gunnery consoles as well. So you could do things like snapfire, or if you don't want to pilot the ship, which is a bad idea, you could use it for gunning.
What are we doing? Drifting aimlessly!
But I'll
Well,
tell you,
I lost the wheel on a leftward tilt, and we're just kind of letting that go.
Captain, I vote we rename the ship.
Oh boy.
You wanna to what?
I don't know.
Is it like written on the outside?
We've got space.
sure, we'll say it is.
We can call it something else colloquially.
Stockiller base.
Oh gosh.
I vote the Batman 2.0.
How about Bodie McBoatface?
Oh boy.
Good Chipperson.
Shipperson.
Claire says, if we're renaming the ship, I'm leaving.
Okay, we don't have to rename it, Claire. Please. No need to leave.
Stay here, it's
Really?
okay.
I was going to suggest to Clara. So Clara will be flying in Clara. It won't be confusing at all.
And then I'll be inside. Sorry, that was just out there.
Won't we all, right? Oh, God.
I imagine her saying that's the only time you ever would be.
Good night, everybody.
Did you realize if we name the ship Claire, every time we go onto the ship, I'm gonna have to make that joke? Guess where I'm going.
She just starts whipping shit at you every time we go.
Captain, we need you on the ship. I'm coming! Alright, so currently, Bimmy is in engineering, while Jimmy is using the engineering console, and Clara is at one of the gunnery consoles.
I'm going to be
I guess.
Huh? Yeah.
piloting.
I'm a bee.
I'm awaiting commands.
Do we have a science person? I did the science for last time, but I didn't know if we had a staff.
Well, the
Can I
thing-
switch between stations?
They're relatively close to each other. I can give it to you.
Okay.
You got one set of arms on one and one on the
Right.
I was gonna say, I do have multiple arms.
Yeah, look how flexible I am.
But yeah, since
Can you
since
see if Bimmy
Like
and
you're
Jimmy
like-
will merge the consoles together?
Oh God, no.
I need that self-destruct button.
guys, you can now use life science on the captain console and piloting on the captain. You can just use everything on the captain's console.
Oh God.
Oh, what does this button do? All right, but there's another thing that just a tiny thing that I forgot to mention. The hangar doors are still shut, in this drift rock. So you guys are gonna have to open that up as well.
Are there like
Can we open it
consoles?
from the
Like
ship?
computers outside?
Give me a perception check.
Nice. Amen.
23.
23. Give me just. Give me one hot second so that I can actually look for the numbers.
Dimmy and more Dimmy.
Hey, don't make fun of Jimmy.
Okay.
He's not as fast as Bimmy, but
Okay, you see,
I mean, he's dim.
yeah, you see like a nearby control panel with kind of a bunch of symbols similar to the one that you used to open up the door into the entire complex inside of the Drift Rock.
I think somebody's gonna have to get out and try to open the doors.
I'll do it! Jimmy just like runs out outside of the ship.
Whoever designed this place, I don't think they had a very.
Goodbye!
Thanks, Jerry. I'm Bimmy. How come I'm always wrong? Statistically, I cannot be wrong every single time.
What do you know about statistics?
Yeah. Jimmy's gonna fail, Bimmy's gonna be like, "Oh, help!" And then he runs out there.
How did we affect it?
You could be wrong every single time, but it would just be very, very
Stumble
unlikely.
backwards. Oops.
And he barely gets it. And he opens up the door and they go back inside.
He opens up the door.
Was there atmosphere in? There was an atmosphere in the.
There wasn't. There was
Okay.
artificial gravity.
Because that would be funny if he opened it.
Yeah, you guys are so good.
It's not like a rocket. Just...
Alright. So yeah.
We might want to like examine the ship. Maybe like give it a once over. Can we scan like the? Do you know how to scan the ship and see if there's any like life forms on it
We need to
before
stand.
we leave?
Oh, that reminds
I
me.
don't know if
Nara,
it's
do you want to give me a fortitude save?
I can see everything.
Who?
Nara.
12.
12? Alright. You no longer avoid death.
Huzzah! I'm no longer sick!
Does she know that she no longer has void death?
Probably not. She didn't really notice any symptoms when she was
I
infected.
didn't know I had it.
I wish I knew what happened to Beato because I'm concerned I have ED. Like something bit me, and there was all sorts of stuff like trying to touch me.
Yeah, he was asleep on his bed right here, and we can't wake him up for some reason.
No, he's like in deep meditation.
What is that?
He's like his ass burns
I was
starting
just
to
gonna
flare
say,
up.
yeah.
He's like he passed out from like applying the ointment.
Oh boy.
It was just too painful.
Alright. Well, I guess now back to Absalom.
I swear to God, if you start singing over.
Alright, Bugman!
You don't want to check the ship first.
I don't know, if someone wants to check the ship again.
I will volunteer to go with Bimmy and Jimmy
Go for it.
around the ship and look and see if we find any like kitten cocoons or anything.
See if you can, like, cut Bimmy on the cheek so I know which one is which.
I will put like
So
Or
Captain,
put,
you
like, a
are!
sticker on one of their foreheads.
yeah like
Bimmy is actually in the room and he's like, no, Jimmy's in the room and he's like, I can do it for you, Captain.
Yes!
Oh, brother!
So wait, Jimmy, you guys have cut us.
No. Jimmy just offered to cut Bimmy for the
Yeah.
captain. I keep forgetting these guys are chaotic evil alignment, so.
Hey, Bimmy,
Alright,
why
yeah.
have a knife?
So how we're gonna do this? Just point to a room, and I'll give you a bit of a, I don't know, lowdown on it. What you see, what you don't see.
Oh my god, this ship is too big. Well,
No such thing as too big.
This is awesome. This is,
Well,
what is this,
let's
like a
start from
hologram
here.
room for, like...
Recreation suite.
What?
Yeah.
we'll start
Oh,
from
hell
here.
yeah.
You're in the cockpit. You're on the bridge.
Okay.
Need you on the
There's
bridge,
the hall.
Captain.
You're in the hall. It looks relatively normal.
Two.
It looks like a hall.
It's like a hall.
Those are the gunnery consoles. They are relatively They are relatively connected to the bridge. There are still doors, but you know. That is an airlock. I mean, it's clean. It has to be. It's an airlock. That right there is crew storage. So you find a lot of personal effects, especially of from Moriko Nash. And
We've been in the crew quarters.
you guys have been in the crew quarters.
So we know those are safe. What is this?
Those are the escape pods.
Ooh. Oh, is there like anybody in any of the escape pods?
No. None of the escape pods were jettisoned either.
What is this?
That is a holodeck, pretty much. It's called a recreation suite. But yeah, it's basically a holodeck.
I know what I'm doing.
Wait, so it can make like lifelike scenarios?
Oh God! I do not like where that is going.
I'm gonna make a
Save it
scenario.
for fanfiction.com, okay?
A scenario with Clara and Rose.
God!
Have you even seen those?
Well, she's also an actress,
Yeah.
I
so...
have a thing
She's
for
my
androids.
She's my favorite actress. What?
What are these?
You're not allowed to like her.
Those are the bathrooms. Alright, that is the port cargo hold. You've already looked in it.
Okay,
You've
so
looked in-
we've looked in the cargo.
Port 12 and 13, those are both cargo holds. You've looked in those. Okay, so where you last pointed, that is engineering. And something very interesting. You see scattered parts of what looks to be an old robot, and it looks like Jimmy's it looks like Bimmy's.
Looks like Jimmy's relative.
It looks like Bimmy's relatively looted it and scrapped it. Do you want to make me a perception check?
It's like an 11.
Do you have engineering by any chance?
I do not.
Okay. Yeah. So, if anything, you feel like this robot has been there for like a long time. You can't say how long, but it's definitely like been there a while. Yeah.
Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
I may have found your ex-wife.
I screw back.
There's like an old robot here.
And I look on the ground and I go, every robot is my ex.
Do you have engineering?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to roll me that?
Every robot is my ex-wife.
7.
7. Okay. Do you wanna roll me perception?
Do you guys want to invite me back there?
Do you know about robots?
23.
I have engineering.
Okay,
I'm fine.
23. Well, this does look like it's been there for a long time, as I've, said with Gregor. You do see a symbol on like part of this robot's chassis. It looks to be 3 circles. Do you want to give me a culture check?
Sure. A 14.
14. This looks to be the symbol of the machine god Triune.
Bimmy, can you put this together?
Oh, but I just took it apart!
I want you to make him alive again.
Well, that's difficult. It used to be a sentient robot, but if it's dead, just putting it together isn't going to make it sentient again.
We should ask Clara's advice. She's an android. Maybe she knows like about androids. Clara, like, do you?
She says.
Is it racist to ask?
Probably, yeah.
She comes down there. She's like, "What the heck is going on here?" She sees it. She says, "This looks like it used to be an SRO, essentially a sentient robot from Absalom. Many of them used to, brand themselves with the symbol of Triune to escape persecution from people who would otherwise think them to be mindless robots. But, well, not all of them stuck with the idea, as it didn't always work out. This one seems to be dead.
Wait, can we bring it back
This
to
one
life?
seems to be dead.
Sentient machines are a bit more complicated than that. You can possibly bring it back to life, but it won't be the same as what it was. It would, if anything, be reborn with a different personality and a different consciousness.
Like what Viato is. You gotta understand about like undead and undead robots. As I pretend to know speaking about.
She shakes her head and she's like, "You're on your own on that one," and she walks out.
I've learned a lot these past few days.
Well, Bimmy, how do we get a new consciousness put in this thing?
Just download you.
Oh, I like that idea.
Extra
We'll make a double me, Bimmy.
Extra annoying.
He
We
says,
make a you that explodes.
he says, well, a lot of the parts are worn out. I'd have to get new parts, but I could possibly reprogram it with a new personality.
Yes.
It's not impossible, but
Can we transfer?
it's going to be difficult. I'm going to need a lot of parts.
Can we
Do
transfer?
it, Bimmy. Do it.
Oh, all right. It explodes. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, wait a
I'm
second. He says it's going to need a lot of parts. I'm not the brightest guy, but he might take parts from the ship.
Bimmy, don't take any parts from the ship. If you need parts, we can go to the store and get parts.
I know a guy.
Or find new parts. But no tearing pieces off the ship.
Okay. And then he wanders off, gets a piece of paper, writes a bunch of scribbling on it, and then hands it back to you.
Can we
Do
transfer?
you want to give me an intelligence check?
6.
It looks like a lot of childish scribblings. You also see what looks like a picture of a stick figure, maybe several. I think he also drew a spaceship shooting lasers as well. Maybe some dick butts as well.
I want to know, can we transfer your consciousness into the robot body?
And have me be gone?
No, have you be the robot.
I don't want to be the robot. I want there to be two me's.
But isn't that the teleporter problem? Like if you teleport to a different place and you have the copy of your mind in two places, are you in two different places? Or is there two different yous?
I'm an actor, not a philosopher. Good answer.
I
can pretend to be a philosopher if you want.
I'm gonna go back to
Everyone needs that.
I feel I've wait, is this like the kitchen, the dining area?
Where?
One of these.
This is the kitchen. This is the dining room.
Oh, number 14 is the galley, and number 15 is the crew lounge / dining
Does
area.
it look like there's cooking supplies in there?
In the galley, yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, I wanna take the helm.
All right.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
All right.
Let's leave. Please, for the love of God.
Make like a salad and lettuce leaf. I'll be sure to add a laugh track in the background. All right.
Laughing and clapping.
Yeah.
The sad thing is it took me a second.
What's the deal with salads?
And feed it.
Okay. So, as you guys will notice on the board here, this little token here represents the drift rock. This right here represents the Acreon, and this right here represents your ship. So yeah, you take the ship out, and you guys are like, yeah, let's go back to Absalom Station. Does somebody want to give me a perception check?
I definitely do.
Like
21.
in space.
Another ship seems to emerge from sensors, and it looks like it's powering up its weapons.
Bastards.
Oh,
Also,
leave us alone.
No way.
We don't want you here. Come there, I should touch you a second time.
so
he could try to tell them that.
Yeah, that's true, you could. Do you want to be taunted by Junior Stargazer? No.
So do you have engineering knowledge?
I do, actually.
You do. Do you want to roll me that?
14.
14. You can identify this as a corpse fleet caregiver.
Aw.
It is,
It's always the undead.
Always. Viato's not here, so we can see that.
So do you have culture by any chance?
I do not know.
You do not. Okay, so I can't tell you anything about the corpse fleet, but you do recognize it as being a caregiver. All I can say is that it is, it's not part of the Eoxian government. It is a custom-made ship used by the corpse fleet.
You know, it sounds a lot like caregiver, and I'm thinking that's really not what the case is. I don't think so.
Probably not. Well, anyways, so
Battle stations!
What happened to the android that was like following us, recording our?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's still on the ship.
It's on the ship. We brought it along. Did we stuff it in with like Beato, like in like the overhead?
It kind of goes into one of the cargo bays and kind of powers off. So
You better watch out. Chippers.
you better not cry.
Chippers might come back there and like rope it while it's.
We know his partner is.
friggin' Lando over here.
Lando.
So we'll say that this thing is right here. And we are currently... Okay, so I'm going to need piloting checks.
Bom, bom,
Finger guns at everyone.
Isn't this one of the ones you want low?
I don't know, but I got a 16.
Okay. And... Cool. Alright, so it's not going first. You're going first. So we are in the engineering phase.
So what is what on here?
So the A-wing on the map, that's you guys, and the USS Equinox is representing the caregiver.
What is this?
It's the acronym.
That's the Acreon. And the
And
tow.
this is a drift rock.
That's the drift rock. Yep. Yeah. We're just gonna give them a random roll and see where I'm going from there. Okay.
Has it seen us?
What?
Has it seen us?
Yeah, it powered up its weapons and it's getting ready to attack.
Can't we all just get along?
Okay.
Wait, what tier is this? Am I supposed to figure that out?
What tier? Your ship is tier 3, I believe, or tier 4, one of the two. Bimmy and Jimmy, they successfully diverted. They successfully diverted power to the weapons.
Ooh,
So that's what they did.
at least they didn't divert it onto weapons.
Wait, what does that do? Does that weapons a bonus?
Basically,
Or do we need
whenever
weapons?
whenever the ship rolls damage, all ones counts as 2s.
Ah.
So minimum amount of damage on dice are 2s instead of 1s.
Sweet.
So these guys here, you know what? I'll give them a roll, and I'll say that they fail it. Actually, they won't because they have pretty high engineering. So they're going to also do the same. And we are now at the helm phase. So, Gregor, you are going to be moving first.
Okay, so this is a maneuverability. Good. Turn 1. Drift 1. Like, what does this mean?
So,
What did we have the maneuverability turn 0 last time?
yes. So this one is good. basically meaning that this time around you have to move forward at least one space before turning it one facing. So you would have to go like this in order to turn. Instead of before, you could just, you know.
And a turn is still a movement.
Yes.
Or-
Yes. And I believe at perfect maneuverability, it also allowed you to move 2 facings, but this time around it's only 1. So you also get a +1 modifier to your piloting check because of that. I don't know.
after all my piloting check again.
Yeah, I think it. Oh yeah, Sunrise Maiden is tier 3. It says right there. It should tell you all of your modifiers on the sheet that I gave you.
Yeah, +1 to piloting.
Yep.
So I roll piloting again.
If you want to do a maneuver, you do have your
Oh
sheet.
yeah, I was. I wanted to evade.
All right. Yeah. So you would roll for that, I think.
So
Meanwhile, I'm gonna actually.
1928.
This is a little bit more complicated when Hanson's not here looking up all the rules for us. 28. Yeah, 6. 16. You got it. You got it. So
And
yeah,
we have a 10 speed, so I have to move 10 spaces, essentially. Right.
and right now you have a +2 circumstance bonus to your AC and target lock because you're evading.
But that doesn't affect the movement speed. That affects
No.
the
It only affects the movement speed if you fail.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Well, you
Evading captain.
you see the ship also, or the enemy ship also try to duck and weave as it tries to get closer to you. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do you know what the gun facings are?
Yes. So there's, I think there's a turret that's anywhere. Attack forward is a gyro laser. Port is a light laser cannon. Gyro laser. Starboard is a light laser cannon. And aft is a flak thrower. So behind us is a flak thrower.
Okay. Yeah, because it looks like.
But you have to be in certain places to use some of them, don't you?
I think you just have to be at one of the consoles and just say which because it doesn't, like on the ship, it doesn't seem like it has spots for those. So it makes sense you could like.
Well, there's
Yeah,
the
pretty much.
dorsal turret
Yeah,
at
so-
section 5. So I think that would be like.
So basically, as it stands, since you have your aft facing, somebody
there's-
on your console
there's
will.
gunnery and then there's auxiliary.
One person will be able to access your aft gun. The other person will have to quick jump into the turret, because otherwise that's the only gun you have at your back.
Okay.
Alright, so that being said, we are now in the gunnery phase, unless if somebody wants to be captain-y.
Oh, taunt them!
Alright?
I'll say, you could hit broadside barn! You'll get super stargazer, you're gonna die!
So much for diplomacy.
Alright, so I need a 21.
a little more.
No, jeez. Let's see what that is.
James T. Kirk and a little less.
I got a
Hard.
20. Wait.
Ooh. I forgot his name. I forgot his Kirk's name.
If it ties, do I get it?
Tie goes to defender.
Oh, wait. Wait, what is their starships tier? I just 2. Oh, it's 2. Then I might have actually. I thought it was a 3. So then I need a 19, and I have a 20.
All right, so you got it. So I do
So
believe
two
that
times
is
four is 15.
it's like a minus something penalty for like a D4 rounds.
Yeah, -2 penalty to all checks for 3 rounds.
Oh, because I rolled it.
Oh.
I got a 4.
I'll
So
take
you
that
might
one.
you might want to take mine.
I didn't know you were gonna roll.
All right. Yeah. All right. So now it is the time for people to make their gunnery checks. I'm gonna give. Okay. So let me just quick take a look at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, Clara can get there in like one movement action, so I'll give it to her. Clara runs away from her gunnery console and jumps into the turret. And so she's going to, well, actually, she can't take a shot because actually the enemy is gonna. No way. Ah. Okay. I'm just gonna say that gunners can fire. All gunners can fire first from the Sunrise Maiden because we got the lower rolls. So she's going to make a. She's gonna make a attack with the turret, and Nara, you have the other thing. That is going to hit.
3d6 damage. Is that just like throwing junk out the window? Like, thanks.
So who's on what guns? Like I need to like. Who can shoot?
You're
Can
at the
you
council, but you're
can you shoot
controlling
in all-
aft right now, right?
Can you shoot in all directions? Like
The turret can. She can shoot in all directions.
What
She just has
about
to-
Clara?
Clara's in
Yeah,
the turret,
Clara's
so
in the
she
turret.
has 360 degree firing arc.
So you both technically.
Yep.
I just
Yeah,
need
it
to
just
know that
depends
for
on
my
what she-
maneuverability.
It just depends on what she shoots. So
Alright.
our
Yeah,
guns are
and
different.
Nara, if you hit, you are dealing 3d4 damage. Clara did hit, so that is.
Is that with the bonus that they got from me? Or did they get a bonus for that?
From your piloting roll?
Oh, it's
That was for.
She just can't get a. They can't get a 1 on the rolls.
Okay.
Isn't that what?
Ah,
Or was
You do have bennies.
Well, I got a.
You tried to evade, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
that only applies.
-2 AC and TL. Oh, those are like the same thing, aren't they?
Yeah, that applies to the enemy trying to hit you.
Okay.
So yeah, the turret is 3d6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Couldn't remember. All right. Well, good thing I didn't roll any 1s, but I did roll a 2. Okay, so 3, 4, 10 points of damage to the front. Let's see. Roll that, Benny. Do it.
I don't know if I want to.
Do it.
I don't know if I want to.
Do it. Do it. Do it. All right.
Well, I mean, if I'm not, do we get bonuses from captain and science officers this time?
Get what?
Bonuses from the science officer. Yes.
All right. So they're going to try now.
Wait. Could be both of us.
Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. I'm going to Benny that. So, yeah, we have your ship. I keep referring to it as our ship, even though I'm only 3 characters right now.
It's 2
It
more
has-
characters than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it currently has a +2 to AC and target lock. So that being said, where is the gunnery? 9. Does a 19 hit the AC of the Sunrise Maiden?
They get a -2 too, so those.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm applying that to the AC and target lock. So
Our AC is 13.
with the +2,
Oh, it's 15.
15. Okay, so they still hit. All right. So before I apply the damage, I'm gonna go with the target lock weapon. Actually, let me take a look at the crew complement. Okay, so they have 2 gunners, so they can't make a second attack. All right. Well, that's a 16 on the die, so that's definitely going to hit.
I'm probably going to flip and burn.
So the aft is taking 12 points of damage. And, oof. Oof. That does not look good. And they're firing torpedoes. 5.
Escape pods. There's still
They
an
can't shoot
asteroid
all
we
of us.
can live on.
13.
No.
We just have to get used to having VD.
So an overall 25 points of damage to the aft.
Oh, man.
What happens if it goes past our shields?
It's just
So it's 10 points
damaging
past
the
our
hull.
shields.
It's 10 points past the shield, so
Oh.
it'll go to the HP then.
Oh, sorry.
It'll go to the ship's hit points.
I have my handy guide.
We're at 45 health. And our half shields are down. Half shields down!
Alright. So. Yeah. That is not good. Alright, so. I'm gonna need another piloting check. That is going to be that plus
Nat 1.
nat 1.
Did you go first then?
Yeah, it basically means you go first.
It's the only time you wanted that one.
Well,
I don't know, like, now that they know, now that we've initiated combat.
Flip us around.
Alright.
So is it my turn?
We are in the engineering phase. So, Bimmy and Jimmy, they are going to try and divert power to the shields.
No, they know what I'm planning to flip the ship around.
So,
Can we communicate, like how does the communication work during these phases? Like, can we talk to each other and stuff?
Benny,
that.
or flip the ship around. Divert power to forward
Like, can
shields.
I tell them what I'm planning on doing, or
Alright, Captain!
are they like oblivious?
So you know, I think we have an intercom.
Yeah. I didn't know how the mechanics of that works. Like if that's metagaming or if that's like
I think so, because in normal combat, you're allowed to
Yeah.
speak.
okay, we got some math people at the table, right? What is 5% of, I'm looking at the wrong number here. What is 5% of 150?
7.5.
Because that's how many shield hit points you're getting to the aft.
Okay, I give up.
What are you doing?
I had something typed in
It's
from
point
before.
0.75.
7.5.
Oh, 7.5. So you're gaining 7 points to the aft. You have seven shield points to the aft.
Did that come from anywhere, or is yours just
That
3
was-
points?
That was from them diverting power to the shields.
Okay, but like it's not like
Yeah, but where are they
Okay.
diverting power from?
From the weapons, obviously, because that was where they diverted power to last time. So you don't. So ones are ones now on damage, but you know, they got to do what they got to do. All right, so I'll make a roll for these clowns. They're gonna fail. I'm not gonna Benny that. So move. We're at the helm phase.
I don't know if this is gonna do it.
What are you looking to do?
I want to do the flip and burn.
Flip and burn. All right.
Piloting check. DC 15 plus 2 extra.
So 21.
So I need to get 21.
Yep.
Good luck.
But yeah.
All right.
Ooh,
Nat
nice.
20. Nice.
Okay, so if it says I move half speed and I turn 180 degrees at the end of the move, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Just like that. All right.
I'm going
No,
to.
no bonuses or anything.
Yes, Joe.
I'm gonna attempt to divert shield to the front.
All right.
Does he get to move twice? Does the science
that.
and the captain?
So I need a
or
21.
does he- I don't know.
Yeah.
He gets to do his captain thing whenever.
Yeah. Do I pick? So do I pick one or the other every turn, or do I do both?
I've been doing it where you can do both,
Okay.
but captain is the only one that you can do with something else.
Okay. So then I'm gonna put, I don't know, 8 points from port into forward.
All right. All right. So I think this is where science officers can go. So I'll give them a roll, and I will Benny that.
And you killed us. Were we here?
Wait, what?
Were we here? Here. Here. I don't remember.
2, 3, 4. You were there.
You knocked us over with the Benny.
Wait, what's the skill for shooting? Is it engineering?
I think it's.
Or is it piloting?
Yeah.
What kind of defensive countermeasures does your ship have?
What section is that?
If anything, it would be over somewhere there.
It's the gunner's BAB or the gunner's rank in piloting.
I don't know. I don't see any.
Gunner's range is my
I'll
limit
pick
as well.
Okay, so that's your defensive countermeasures?
Yeah. I'll pick
Perfect. Perfect. So they fail. So
Ta-ta.
Gibbers, since you're on the science console, you see some like warning blips saying that it detects like scanners trying to detect parts of your system, but your antivirus managed to stave them off.
It's called Space Norton.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was gonna say
Warning.
Spavast, Space Avast.
Warning, bloatware.
Yeah.
But for someone to shoot, what skill do they use?
Gunnery.
I mean, like, what?
Oh, like,
person is it?
It would either
It was
be
like the other-
piloting or BAB.
Yeah.
whichever is higher.
Alright, I'm going to encourage Nara. Nara, you're gonna blast him away, I know it. Then I'm just gonna use. Oh, I was gonna use piloting. All I have to do is hit a 10. What's my piloting?
Kill those mofo.
Okay, I have an 8.
Nara, you
Sorry.
can do it. I believe in
You
you. And
got
I
it.
just look at him. Why are you being a
I believe in you,
ass
Mason.
right now?
She gets a +2 to her.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
+2 to something. Range +2 bonus to the check.
All right.
So +2 to your to hit. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I still forgot to move their ship. So the Cairn Giver. They're going to try ducking and weaving. Oh, they actually made it.
Is that a skill? Is that don't have that one?
They're trying to evade.
Oh.
And then they're going to just get right up in your face. right up in there.
Ramming speed.
Okay.
See, this is why we can't name the ship Clara.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Alright, so that
penetrated their specs.
So that being said,
God,
it is.
no, it's the front.
No, they
backside
damaged
just
the app.
Yeah.
Alright. What am I looking for? Their target lock. Or not their target lock, their AC. Okay, so Clara hits. So Nara, you can try to attack them with the forward cannon. And
Well,
if Huh?
Yeah,
She got 16 on the die.
16 plus, 1,
Plus 2.
2. Yeah.
plus a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got it.
Yeah, you got it. Alright. So ones are ones, unfortunately, but you are going to be dealing damage. Wow, okay, and Clara rolled a 1 on one of her dice, so...
Way to go, idiot!
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, last time diverted power to the weapons, and she rolled, like, the lowest she rolled was a 2, and this time we actually needed power to the weapons. Okay, anyways, so yeah, that is going to be 11 to their forward. So, Nara, you can roll your damage.
Fire the Euro laser!
Firing euros at these guys!
1d8. I really want a Euro right now.
I know, right? Okay.
One single Euro gets shot out and it kind of splats on the shield. On the windshield of the ship. That'll show you.
Just watch the wipers just smear it all out.
It makes it worse. It's not helping.
How much damage did you do?
That's all.
3.
You only get a D8 on that gun?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
According to Joe.
Oh, we wouldn't be.
Going in the sheet.
He's right.
It's a little
You were
underwhelming.
just right for once.
It's a little underwhelming, but alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, tell me about
Our
it.
turn's the only good gun we have. Our flank is actually not bad. The flank thrower?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 3d4.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Alright, so a couple of things. You didn't evade this time, so I'm going straight to your AC. Sweet! I am Bennying that.
Yay!
Again!
If you keep hitting us, I'm gonna lose where we are on the board.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm trying to throw these bennies past my GM screen. I should probably
If you hit us a third time, I'm gonna say we fell into like
We
a
fell into
warp
this.
hole.
Fell into a warp hole, and suddenly, where are we? Oh, we don't know, but Zick-Chick's there.
Okay, so a 19 overall on one, and that is going to be a 17 on the second one, and you guys didn't evade. Yeah, and I'm adding the -2 this time. Alright. So you are looking at Oh, that is a low roll.
Yay!
3, 4, 5, 6 on the beam attack.
And that's our forward.
Yep.
Alright.
And wow, oh my. So that is 3 plus 7. So 10 on the second one on the torpedoes.
Did you say 10 total?
10 on the second one.
So what are we?
We have 7. It didn't go through our shields on the forward. But the shields up front have 7. Starboard
I'm
has
thinking
15.
of backing up next time instead of like invading, like because that'll give us some defense.
How much overall was on the How much overall was damage did I do to your front?
So it's at 7 now.
Okay.
We
Okay.
did 16.
Okay. I thought my math was.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought my math was good.
The
Okay.
other option is to try to turn the starboard.
We could. I mean, I feel like our back, the flak thrower is better at attacking.
As a flat thrower on the back of the ship.
Yeah, we can flip around and try to. Dimmy and Jimmy can give power to that, and then I can try to divert from starboard to aft.
Alright. Well, first we need more piloting rolls, so.
Your call, Captain.
Let's do it. Flip us around. Back to the flak thrower.
And then just stick my arm up from the thing.
I'm 6 euros. Or we could just ram them. Ram them and then use that self-destruct button.
We knew it was there for a reason.
Use now. We're gonna all
25.
die now.
But we
Escape
did
pods.
it. Yeah, we could do that.
Or put one in an escape pod.
Alright. Gregor, you get to go first again.
25? Wow.
Yep.
You're really
They got an
good
at 20, so.
Nice.
Overall, it's a 27 if we're gonna get really technical.
Okay, we're going to evade.
Actually, first engineering. What did you want Jimmy to do?
Can they put more power into aft like they did last time?
Okay, yeah. It's got to be evenly distributed to all 4 quadrants. So you're gonna fail that.
Dang it, Jimmy!
I'll Benny that.
Jimmy!
Wow, they're still gonna fail that. wait, they're gonna fail that.
He's thinking about that robot too much right now.
Right, yeah.
It's like, wow, I suppose if I did this.
Okay, they are also going to try the same thing. And they're gonna fail that. Alright. So, Gregor, now you can do whatever you were gonna do. What were you gonna do?
I'm going to try to evade.
Okay.
So I need to make a 16.
A 16.
I know, I got 16. Yeah.
Okay, so you got it.
Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
flee!
To boldly flee.
I don't get the reference.
The starboard, is it right?
Starboard's right now.
Okay, so then we're in a good position right now. And I'm gonna try to.
We're in a good position.
I mean, yeah, yes,
Okay.
that's
Good enough.
yeah.
Not awful.
Yay! Alright, so,
But can we get them with the flag?
yes, we can. I'm going to move.
Heroes.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I was like, should
I
empty?
empty? Should I empty our forward and put it into aft? Otherwise, our starboard's not high.
All
I
right.
just want to just worried they're gonna like maybe shoot us like that.
You hear more klaxons.
Like maybe 3 or 4.
You hear more klaxons on
I
your
can take
on your
whatever amount, but it has to be
consoles.
from one spot.
Yeah, I would be good for going forward.
It looks like they got a target lock on you.
No.
So, and now it is sliding. It's going to slide over here. And it gets that roll as well. What did the captain do?
I did computer science stuff. I moved 4 points from forward back to aft. So aft is at 11 shields. Forward is at 3 now.
Should we
And-
slide this down?
I'm going to encourage Nara again. Nara, she's our woman. If she can't do it, well then we're f***ed. Alright, you are encouraged.
Alright.
Thanks, Jimmers. You're the best. Oh God. Right. So.
Alright, so that's the thing.
So 8 plus 5 plus 1. 17.
What did
We can
you do when you were
Evade.
evade? Okay, cool.
So -2.
and then we can do a random. We get +1 to 2 checks.
Oh, and I forgot. I've been forgetting my +1 to the piloting. Is that on all my piloting checks?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so come on. I need that. So Clara's gonna get it. Nara
17.
17, you got it. As the turret zips around and the aft cannon and the turret unload lasers and shrapnel into the enemy ship.
I call that the poop cannon.
You know, I know they said that this ship was like a legendary ship, but if you read this description, we really just kind of sound like blasé. It's like, this is your typical kind of freight.
So,
Yeah.
Nara, do you want to give me the damage roll?
Everyone tells me.
Most legends are rooted in mundane.
Yep.
Mundanity.
4.
4? Okay.
Those are one higher than the last one.
I did a little bit.
So
of
does
that.
a 20 hit?
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
no.
Our AC is 57.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
And
that'd be nice.
9. We're just like a square block.
a 16.
You're forgetting that space-time is
16
curved and the gravity.
What?
16 damage?
No.
Oh.
Does a 16 hit the target lock,
Yes.
even with the +2 from evade?
15 we get from the, it's 13, and then from +2 we get 15.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Well.
Almost didn't hit it.
All right.
Getting closer, guys!
Well.
Those torpedoes that kill us, they come in this.
Actually, it's both. The forward cannons are pretty bad. Of course, you wouldn't know that because you haven't scanned it at all. All right. So let me just. Where's my other DA?
We have to somehow maneuver behind it then.
4. Oh, here it is.
You want me to try to maneuver behind the ship, Captain?
10.
Get up in there.
No, I feel like we should keep hammered at one side. If we get behind them there.
So 11 from the beam weapon
That's 0 down. Down to 0.
and 17
Yeah.
from the torpedoes.
Ah.
That's not nice.
That's not
Ah.
nice indeed. Jesus.
What are your current hit points?
28.
45 minus 17.
45 minus 17. Okay.
28. We are rocking it.
All right.
Rocking the struggle bus, man.
Should have bought a pass.
Rocking the struggle ship.
Okay. So now I'm going to need another piloting roll from you, Gregor.
We are inside the bruiser cruiser.
Cruiser.
13.
We'll need to roll off. We tied.
13.
13.
Just the number on the dice when we roll off?
Yeah.
Okay, 13.
Oh wait, was that previous 13 plus all of your modifiers? Or was that just
When
on
we
the-
matched, it was plus all my modifiers.
Oh, okay.
And now my
Well, either way, you're going first.
Alright, ramming speed.
so we're gonna keep going forward and firing at it from
Just remember,
behind.
everything fits into the speed.
Oh wait, it's the engineer.
Okay, Bemmy and Jimmy got the roll to add 7 shields.
Nice.
Helm phase. Gregor, you get to go first.
I'm gonna scan them. Maybe.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
I wanted to evade, but can we evade forward?
You can
Yeah,
still
we're
move forward.
we're still moving.
Oh, that's gonna be like incredibly close. Alright,
We're still moving forward, keeping our F to him.
Sure. Yeah.
On
Alright. We need a bigger map. Alright.
it should work like the old Mario Brothers game where you go on one side.
I failed to move shields around, so we still only have 2 shields in our raft.
Thank you for telling me.
Well, I did it at the same time you were moving because we're in like the same phase.
Way to go, Capitan!
And I made a point to run that by you.
Yeah.
We all knew Jibbers wasn't worth it!
I was gonna put all the things on the starboard in half, but
Way to go, Fred.
I have to remember F is the ass.
yes.
Alrighty then. Well, they're going to make a roll. They are going to Benny that.
Who is it?
These guys. These guys are making a science roll.
We have several Bennies too.
Alright. And they're going to get it. They're basically trying to get that target lock on you.
They're bastards.
Alright, so anything else from the captain / science officer?
Who wants? Wait, if I encourage,
You can beg for our lives.
if I encourage Vinny and Jimmy, will they get it next turn?
Yes. When they need to make their engineering check,
Yeah.
they'll have it. Yeah.
I'll be like, Vinny, Jimmy, you guys are the best dang engineers I ever met. And anyone says different?
That is so true.
Yay. Or wait, what's their? Oh no, it's all I need to do is make it 10. It's 11.
I think
All right.
I went to another dimension. It was so powerful.
So they're gonna get like a +2 to their roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Alright. Rolls. Laura's going to make an attack roll. And this is going to go down to the wire.
I haven't had a chance to use the holodeck.
Nara, do you want to make your ranged attack?
Want to. I hit it.
Okay,
There's
yeah.
no doubt about that.
Wait, is that?
Do you get like
Both of you hit it?
Is it 19? Is that a crit? Is it a thing?
If you what was your science thing? What did you do for science?
Oh no, I didn't do this thing.
Yeah,
I
because
tried
that would
to
be the
redistribute.
that would be the only way that it would be a crit is if you were to do your science, your target lock thing.
Nice.
Nice. 7.
Nice.
Then an angel flies down and intervenes.
7 and
Which is funny
11.
because it's me, and I'm like the least angelic person
So
here.
18.
You have wings. I think that makes you the most angelic.
Have you met me?
Are we rating? Are we rating like the most angelness
All right.
based on physical qualities or moral qualities?
So, Nara, you actually managed to get a lucky hit on the ship's bridge, and you see huge explosions on this enemy ship's bridge start going off, and just undead corpses just start flying out in every which way, and you know, getting frozen in the vacuum of space, and
while this is happening, because, you know, we have spinny chairs, I'm spinning around in my chair going like this and just yelling.
And Clara kind of gives you a thumbs up and is like, "Nice shot."
Thanks, dude!
Don't
I
get
tried my
penisy.
best.
And yeah, there's much rejoicing.
Nice.
That last shot was actually yeah, that was something. That was unexpected.
I mean,
Good job, guys.
We almost lost the Sunrise Maiden.
We almost lost
Did
our
you do
lives,
it? Did you
man.
do it with
I was
your blinders and your headset closed?
Yeah, I did.
Use
the Yeah.
force.
Let me feel this. Pew!
I watched a thing about it was supposed to be like the engineer who made the Death Star, and he's like, "All right, everyone, I know you're all giving me a lot of flack because I left a fatal weakness in the Death Star. Who thinks that some magical magician guy is gonna shoot a rocket and then turn it 90 degrees to go down the air shaft? Not to mention, we need to vet this heat somewhere. The fact that I kept it to the size of a womp rat is amazing! It's a moon!
Yes.
He's just freaking out on
Somebody
everyone.
should recut Star Wars where it's like the whole movie except like Luke like uses the Force and then he just misses.
He misses. And he's like, "Oh, what?" And he just blows up and closes his eyes.
Why did you close your eyes?
Yes.
And then it just ends with like everybody just staring out into space, like just dead silence. I'm like, what the heck just happened? And then just as quickly as it began,
The end scene is like Emperor Palpatine like dancing in like a disco ball room. He's like, yeah, I'm the Emperor. Got the big
Obi-Wan
Death
gets
Star.
like a little shrug.
Somebody get me my pudding.
I thought it would work.
Palpatine did like the Harlem Shake.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He's like, just like a boss.
Yes.
He's breaking it down.
But anyways, you start to notice ships from the Armada are heading towards you right
So
now.
did we destroy the ship?
Yep.
I said, this isn't what you thought it was going to be.
Ships from the Armada, like the.
Isn't that the thing that was like orbiting
The,
Absalom?
That is.
Are they like? They're not like more death or
Stuff and
like
destruction.
things that are going to attack us.
Gregor, because of your background, give me a culture check. Or do you have culture?
I do not.
Okay, cool. Anyways, not really a side note, but actually an important note. One of them seems to be hailing you.
Captain.
Put them on the count.
All right. So on screen, on a bit of a holographic screen in front of the giant window, you see a human male, and he says, "This is Therivold Shaw of the this is Therivold Shaw of the Sun Cruiser." Off the top of my head, we saw your ship was attacked by Corpse Fleet. Are you all right?
We're fine because we're the best crew ever.
Who is he with? They're both strong.
Who's with the
The sun's crew or something. Sunrise.
He
No,
says
I was gonna say that's us.
Yeah, that's us.
That's us, Stuart.
he's actually I'll give him a roll right now.
That was right.
He says, "Well, it looks like your ship got pretty banged up in that fight. Look, we're going to. I'm part of station security. I have these ships have volunteered to come with me to help you. We're going to escort you back to the station. If you'll follow me."
Can we go? Can we drift with this?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you can go into. It's got a drift engine, so you can go into the drift.
Alright, Gregor, follow them. We're going to repair our ship.
Aye, Captain.
All right, and he escorts you guys to a hangar.
At Absalom?
An Absalom station. We'll say it's hangar 67. And you guys make it back. And Captain Shaw bids you farewell, and he goes back out into the Armada with the other two ships. Immediately, you start getting another hail. It's from Chiskisk. They say, "Wow, you guys are back. That's pretty good. We've all lost communications with you guys for the past couple of days. People suspected the worst. And by the way, it's got to be said. I'm your manager for the Starfinder Society. I'm not your secretary. Gerald Skeets has been, calling me this entire time. He hasn't been able to get a hold of you. He told me to tell you that he managed to get a deal with 31st Century Raccoon, but then they got bought up by Didner. So Didner is doing your movie now. He says that in about a week. They want you to start production.
Nice!
So this
You
is a
should
pretty.
ask him if this is a porno.
It's not!
Not this time.
There'll be some softcore loving, but it's not a porno.
It's artful.
Yeah.
Clara, you're starring.
So yeah, it came as a bit of a surprise, but I guess they have a deadline that they want you to meet.
Nice.
So yeah. Well, anyways, guys, would you care to enlighten me on what you found in the Drift Rock? Everybody's talking about it right now.
Zombies.
Well, if everybody's talking about it, don't they?
We found this
what,
ship.
what are they talking about if they don't know?
Well, I'd rather get the information from the lion's mouth,
Zombies and demons. It was one hell of a trip, man.
You mean the Garaga Call?
Inara caught VD. We should put her in quarantine.
The Garaga Call is an interdimensional being. It's not a demon. Whatever. Yeah. What else did you seem to find?
I think Nara has the space plague. Like, we might need to put her in quarantine for a little while.
Please get me away from these people.
And I need to see a doctor immediately because.
All right, we'll send a medical team to your ship right away. By the way, congratulations on what is it? The
Sunrise Maiden.
the Sunrise Maiden. Okay.
We found her, and her crew is dead.
Right.
No,
yeah.
actually,
We saw the footage.
her
Oh, yeah.
her crew
Yeah.
gifted us. The
Yeah,
ship.
everything was transmitted back to the station after you guys left, so
Oh.
it's on the news right now.
Oh,
On the news, you say?
No,
Yeah.
Jibbers.
if you saw it on the news,
How
like, why are you-
did I look?
They have. If you were to tell if a bug was smiling, Chiscus is grinning from ear to ear, and they say, which part? The one where you were tied up?
Hey, that was for personal reasons. You tricked me.
Autoerotic.
Clara chimes in and goes, "No, it wasn't. I promise you, it wasn't."
Well, anyways, another person was contacting me. It's Gevalar Snore. He says he wants to speak with you guys as well. So, anyways, yeah, well,
He owes us money.
Yeah.
we will send a team to your ship.
I think it's important to take care of the medical stuff, and then we will contact Nor.
Right,
as
like
is appropriate.
Like I said, I'm sending a medical team to your ship. Which docking bay are you at?
27.
67.
67. Okay.
67. Okay.
Okay, I'll send it there. By the way, now that you guys have your own ship, I will need to run with you guys to set up your email, because like I said, I'm not your secretary, and it's probably the best way for people to give you jobs. And also your username and password information for the Society Adventure Board, because sometimes members of the Society, kind of like myself and other senior staff, and even actual Starfinders will post on their job information. It's one of the best ways that we can, send out and post freelancer jobs to all of our members. So yeah, while we're bringing in the medical team and getting you guys squared away on that, we'll get that squared away right away. Alright?
Thanks.
Alright, just get scout.
I'll get you a ticket to my movie.
I want to make my email address sexybug at Starfinder.
Starfinder.org.
Oh jeez. Alright guys. So, I've been waiting for this moment.
Oh, jeez.
And now for a special report. The mediations between Astral Extractions and the Hardscrabble Collective are currently underway after an investigation of the Drift Rock was recently conducted. Up-and-coming Starfinders Gibbers Stargazer, Gregor Samsa, Nara, and Viato were dispatched to the quarantine site in order to discover the fate of the Acreon's crew and the secrets their mysterious asteroid holds. What you are about to see will shock you. If you have children, have them leave the room now. The footage from Gevalar Snore's observer bot begins with our heroes moving from the hippocampus's airlock to the Acreon's interior. Viato investigates the dead goblin Timmy before Nakata is revealed for the first time. After showing the combat, we see Viato explaining that the creatures are Akatas and that they can implant their larvae inside of victims. The footage jumps ahead, and we see Viato on top of the hippocampus explaining over the comms that there are Akata cocoons all over the Drift Rock. We then jump to the bridge of the Acreon, where we see several dead Akatas. We then see a series of events, such as our heroes turning atmospheric controls and artificial gravity on, Viato and Nara's setting off the storeroom's laser trap, the discovery of Bimmy and Jimmy before we finally see the Acreon's logs. After a rather large cut to inside the Drift Rock, we see our heroes speaking to a wounded Clara 247, who reveals a bounded and gagged Gibber Stargazer. Several encounters with the Void Zombies that were the crew of the Acreon, the investigation of the strange alien corridors, the discovery of Moriko Nash's datapad and its recording, Viato and Gibbers fumbling around with the alien control console and getting shocked by its trap, and finally the heroic encounter with the Garaga Call. The events recorded answer many questions about the fate of the Acreon, but also raises even more. What was that facility inside the Drift Rock, and where did it come from? We're going to be talking to a panel of experts later tonight, so tune in where we'll further investigate the secrets of the Drift Rock.
So there was a goblin previously. So there were three. There was Bimmy, Jimmy, and Timmy at one point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Timmy is dead.
Yeah. Or Jimmy says, "That was our captain!
No.
Rest in peace, Timmy!" Yeah. And if you want to continue watching the news, I actually do have more.
I want to go play in the holodeck while we're waiting on the
I'm still watching the news.
medical.
What are you doing in the holodeck,
I don't
Gregor?
want to know.
No one wants to know.
Alright, well then, moving on. And now back to our regularly scheduled news reports. War! Just recently, in the Pike system, the Hell Knights sent an armada to liberate it from the mysterious Dragon Khan, whose so-called Khanate controlled and quarantined the system nearly a century after it was colonized. Luckily, the magical artifact holding the system ransom was destroyed by recent rebellions, opening it up once more. As such, legions of Hell Knights have poured in from the drift, determined to restore law and order by any means necessary. The Hell Knights refused to comment at this time. As a matter of fact, they almost blew our correspondent away on sight. Pact World officials are warning citizens to continue to stay away from the system. Jeremy Jefferson, president of the Absalom's Atheist Committee, was struck by lightning the other day. Witnesses in Absalom Station's district, known as Congregation, saw Jefferson lead a gang of protesters through the streets before what they described as a lightning bolt from the heavens struck and killed the activist. Station security is still investigating whether or not foul play was actually involved. George Londo, Moranan ambassador, was recently spotted near the Free Security headquarters. His exact reasons are hard to say, but many speculate it has something to do with the Android Abolitionist Front raids on Marana. Several disappearances have been reported in the diaspora as of late. No witnesses have been identified, but plenty of rumors abound. Some say that the disappearances are the result of pirates or fleet captains. Others say it's a giant ship-eating space monster, while others claim that an ancient ghost ship is responsible. Whatever the case, spacers are advised to travel in groups of ships, as in every case solitary ships were targeted. And finally, a planet in the vast called Zornella recently requested association status with the Pact Worlds. The system was previously reclusive and borderline hostile until a plague ravaged the planet. Luckily, the Starfinder ship Backbiter was surveying a system nearby. They were successfully able to help broker trade negotiations with a nearby system for medical assistance, while the Backbiter's medical officer helped find a cure. Since those heroic efforts, the inhabitants of Zornella have become more open with outsiders. And this has been Galaxy News Network.
It's a long one.
I like how I went away to play games in the holodeck and I missed something that's related.
Way to go.
Are you from one of those
I'm
systems?
from Morana.
Oh, are they the ones that were joining the system?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't hear.
Way to go, Gregor. Womp womp. Alright, and by this point, the medical staff has already come on board the ship. They've looked over Nara. Viato's already left the Sunrise Maiden, by the way. And,
he's not like he's a doctor. He's supposed to make it into the court.
I still want to mix it up.
and
I don't think he's really
Yeah,
like he just has a degree.
And at this point, you know, several of the medical staff have looked Gregor over. Meanwhile, the Society is paying for repairs on the Sunrise Maiden. However, Chiskis does remind you that when you are away from Absalom Station, you're kind of on your own in terms of paying for that bill. Especially if you're, like, outside the Pact Worlds. So, yeah.
So do they heal me when they look me over, and do they find any illness? So I'm wounded.
I'll say. Actually, I'll do this. I'll say they add 5 hit points to you, and you don't have VD, as it were. As for you, Nara, you're screwed. No, you don't have Void Death, but if you have any missing health points, they don't give any back. Okay, so everybody except for Beato has been checked out. I can give them a roll. Okay.
Did they give me 4 points of health?
They give you 4 points of health. They do not. Damn it! They do not. Alright. So, that being said, what do you guys want to do?
Is anybody hungry? I want to try to cook you up like a celebratory meal that we don't have VD.
To Gavilar Norsk.
Yeah.
It's like a meal in celebration, or do you want to go to Kevlar?
No celebration, Gavilar.
Very well.
Yes. We can go, and then we can eat dinner later. We saw what he did.
I have been learning. I was in the holodeck practicing my cooking.
Chopped.
I was practicing my cooking in the holodeck.
Good question.
I was practicing my cooking in the holodeck.
Would have made more sense in the galley there, you know.
But there's like a virtual cook tutor.
Alright, how does it taste? Like nothing? Okay.
Just be sure to use lots of butter.
The salt is only like 2% less than the lethal limit.
Alright,
just
so-
as salty as I am. So I'll do another mouthful.
The salt is real.
Alright, so you guys are heading to Gavilar Sknor? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So you make it to his office, and, you know, he's grinning like a skull. Had to say that. He's pretty excited to see you guys. He's like, "Oh, welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much for doing this job. As you guys were returning, the observer bot that I sent with you transmitted all of its information, and I was able to release it to the public."
Oh yeah, Obi-Wan. I liked him a lot.
Yes, yes. Well, anyways,
Princess Leia?
for a job well done, as promised, I already gave you 100 credits, so you all get your promised 500 credits each for looking over the drift rock, and an additional 500 credits each for the package that you delivered.
So what was in this package?
Just important, important.
I'm trying to make polite conversation.
Just important mineral shipments to the Eoxian embassy. Nothing more.
If you need minerals, I might have a guy.
Really? How much are we talking?
I don't know. Can I roll to see if I have a guy who knows? Or I
Roll
don't
me
know.
your profession skill.
Oh, God.
What?
So 23.
If anything, you could sell him your Naqual.
Oh, yes, I could sell you. I've got some Naqual.
Naqual. Ah, yes, from the drift rock in the Atcrion. Yes. That does sound rather useful. We'll negotiate after a little bit of little bit more discussion on our business, and also a toast. And he kind of claps his hands a little, and a skeleton walks in with drinks.
I'd like a grape soda, please.
walks out, walks back in with a can of grape soda, pours it in a wine glass for you.
Alright, I should have ran.
Snip it all, kind of put a little in your mouth.
You gotta let it breathe a little bit to get the taste.
And yeah, you all take a drink, and it's very delicious.
It's better than your food.
You haven't tried. Well, did you try one of my biscuits? I made it.
I didn't try them. I looked at them.
Looked at it and decided it wasn't for you. The one thing about
My
Gregor
mistake
that
was
isn't for you.
my mistake was buying a crappy oven and putting it in
Your
the
mistake
in
was
the
the
hotel.
whole enterprise.
So, Kevlar, what else do we have to talk about here?
Well, we could probably discuss your findings.
We found a ship. It was awesome. It's ours now.
Oh, yes, I did see that on the.
I'm impressed.
Dibs, FYI.
I did
The
see
crew
that.
gave it to us before they died.
I did see that on the footage. No, what is more interesting is the facility that you found on the Drift Rock.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, the one that these two idiots got, shocked.
Hey, I never got shocked. You got shocked a lot.
Well, from what I could see on the footage, it looked to be, the observer bot got a bit of a close-up on one of the panels. I assume it was a control panel of some sort that was trapped and ended up shocking you. That was kind of funny, I'll be honest.
Wasn't it?
It looked to be ancient Civen technology.
Ah, that's why I couldn't read it.
Yes, they were an alien race that existed, as far as we know, millennia ago.
If your line's read to you.
They're one of the oldest and most ancient alien species around. Unfortunately, their empire no longer exists, and we don't know
Was
any.
this before the gap?
Yes, actually,
Ooh.
they flew around in space while the
pretty
rest
much
of the
secure
galaxy
the
was
gap.
still practicing swords and sorcery.
Ah,
Sweet.
Trademark.
But yes, as for the rest of the Drift Rock and the Agrion, it looked like you did a good job of clearing it out.
Thank you.
I
Other-
took quite a beating for you. Did you get my message?
Yes, that was why I was able to secure the package before station security was able to reclaim their shuttle.
Did you take our ship?
I didn't. No. Station security failed to mention that they only agreed to lend you the ship to bring you out to the Drift Rock. They never mentioned anything about bringing you back, simply because of the quarantine and all that rot. But it is fortunate that you were able to find a ship on the Drift Rock that could
Who would
bring
we
you
go
safely
to to
back.
file a complaint against station security? That seems kind of like a sketchy.
Awful.
definitely.
Yeah, right.
I would probably take it up to station security headquarters, but I already had a
That sounds like
a long talk with them myself.
sounds like a scam they got going there.
Bringing
You
people
have to
down.
file the complaint with them about that.
Overpopulated. You want to go on a mission? Here. We'll give you a ship, too.
Well, anyways, if you have no further questions, then,
No, sir. A good day.
all right, and thank you so much again. The money has been wired to your accounts, and it has been a pleasure doing business with all of you.
Well, speaking
My new movie's
of,
coming out soon. Make sure to go see it.
I will.
I'll get you a private showing, Mr.
Speaking
Skelly.
of businessman to businessman, what do you
yes.
want to do about this Nicole?
Do you want to make a diplomacy check?
I do not think I am very diplomatic.
Well, that sucks.
Ah, nice. That's a good. roll.
19. All right. 19. So he is willing to purchase each bulk for, let's say 600 credits per bulk of Naqual you're willing to sell him.
Cool. I have three bulk.
Cool. So, Gibbers, you are getting a call on your comm.
I think
It's Chiskisk.
hey, just guess.
Chiskisk says that they were doing some research on the findings based on the footage that was shown on the news. Chiskisk says there is some good news. The Starfinder Society's linguistic database recognized many of the symbols you found on the drift rock, because this is not the first time they've appeared post-gap. The bad news is that the source is highly unreliable. Chiskisk notes as segments of their chitinous body scraped together in agitation. All that we have about these earlier texts comes from Halkuim Zan nearly 3 centuries ago, and it seems that no published studies of those texts have appeared since. According to these records, Zan's original findings were donated to the Quabarat University of Xenoarchaeology and Xenoanthropology on Castrovel shortly after his, disruptive expeditions, let's call it. Fortunately, the Society has numerous alumni from that university, and I can readily secure you a contact there and forward my personal recommendation to a few faculty members. Perhaps they can show you Zan's notes and even take you to the original site so that you can search for more clues about whatever this drift rock once was.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I mean, now that we've discovered all that there is about this drift rock, the Society is making it a priority to learn even more about what was inside the drift rock and its capabilities. As such, we're willing to pay you and your crew 1,000 credits if you are willing to take this job. Otherwise, we can. If you're not willing, we'll post it on the Society adventure board.
Oh, we'll take it.
All right then.
Gibbers and crew are on the case.
All right then.
What planet are we going to?
Castrovel.
How far is that?
Well, it's a few days, give or take, in the drift. It's in the Pact Worlds. It's in the Galarian system. It's do you want to give me a culture check?
My culture checks are always very low. A 9.
A 9. Okay. Well, you've heard of Castrovel. At the very least, you would know that Castrovel is a lush tropical world. And you would know this especially because some of your movies were filmed on it.
Nice.
That Kistrovel.
Chiskis also informs you that it is the current homeworld of the Lashunta, the Formians, and the Elves. So, yeah, he says, but whenever you guys are ready to take off, I will, I'll send a few emails, and we'll see where this leads.
Sounds good.
All right. Do you guys have any more questions?
I was not made aware of this.
We're going to a university. A hall of learned people.
You don't belong.
I've always wanted to be
Learn.
smarter.
Okay. To learn about ancient aliens.
Wait, this sounds like something I saw on that TV channel. This does not sound like smart.
Aliens built the pyramids, and they built them upside down, and over centuries they flipped themselves. What? I don't understand.
Are you sure this is an accredited university? This is not one of those space tube universities.
Yes. Many of what you're going to be searching for is based on the pyramid people of Ukalum, which was Halkuim Zam's paper on the last thing that details anything that matches what you found.
Wait. I should try to sell some of these wares, and I need to send some money back to my family, because...
Your family doesn't need any money. My family doesn't need any money. I haven't seen them in years. I don't even know if they're alive.
I left my family behind.
I say we should take it at least a day, you know, hang around Absalom Station, get anything done that we need getting done, and then we can regroup and go on our mission. You know, buy anything that we need to buy, like if we need health stuff. I also want to check with Starfinder Society and see if they offer us health care. Because I think that might be a scam. We should have health care with our employment.
You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I agree. I agree with the bug.
I wonder if I can take out a really big life insurance policy and have me as the beneficiary.
Ellen is still on the line, by the way.
Well, just consider the job done.
All right.
And my movie's coming out soon.
Yeah, I know. I told you you were working on it. So.
Yeah, I'll get you a ticket, buddy.
All right.
Just because, do you know
Young
if the
lady.
Starfinders offer health care? What their health care plan is?
I mean, I can send you like a large email. You would have to sign up for it first, but yeah, like enrollment is coming up in just a few more months.
A few more months. Okay, I'll let you know.
Alright.
Send me the email and it's sexybug@starfinder.org.
Was that
Sexybug3000.
was that the most professional email you could think of? I mean, don't get me wrong, bugs are sexy. I am one myself, but I mean, sure.
You gotta
You gotta mix business and pleasure.
Yeah. All right. Well, was that it, or did you guys have any more questions? I mean,
Wait, what's the name of this book or like journal we're supposed to be finding?
this journal. Well, I don't know if you're actually going to be searching for the journal itself.
you got
but,
a call within a call.
But the last published paper that was based around the technology that you found was by an old adventurer called Halkuin Zahn, and he published a paper. He published a paper called "The Pyramid People of Ugalam." It's kind of, well, let's just say nobody really considers it to be really scholarly, or well, let's just say nobody really. It's like Wikipedia, using Wikipedia in court. Nobody really trusts it, but at the same time, they're out there.
My Wikipedia says I am not guilty.
But yeah, after he was captured, his findings, or the papers, were donated to the Kwabarat University. So.
Oh, can you send money to my family if I wire you some money to my family in Marana?
If anything, you could.
Or do I have to do that through like
You could wire it through the bank,
through the bank?
or you could send it, with some couriers.
Cool.
Have them send it to Marana.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Justice.
Yeah.
You're like a brother to me.
I mean, I hope they're doing all right. I heard that there was stuff going down on Marana.
The stuff on Marana.
Yeah, like Android abolitionist front raids are going on, and by the rumors that are spreading, it sounds like an ambassador from Marana is hiring mercenaries to go and take care of them.
See, your family's probably dead anyway. I mean, they're fine. I feel it.
My family was not involved in the android slave trade. We were not plantation owners.
Wait, that android's a slave?
I don't know. I said android abolitionists.
Which of you have culture?
I do.
Not me.
Alright, do you want to roll me culture?
The highest one yet, a 10.
You know that the android abolitionist front has something to do with, like, saving androids from slavery, pretty much.
Ah,
I used context clues.
Yeah. Hence the name. They also, yeah. They're pretty much like, you know, droid rights. They're L337, but actually cool as far as characters go. Alright. So, did you have any more questions, or
No.
are we good?
nah,
No, I'm good.
Alright then,
we're going
well,
to find some ancient aliens.
alright, well, good luck everybody, and, yeah, you guys will be the first to know if I'm a contact for you. Alright, just get scout. And he hangs up.
I still say we should take like a day, get supplies. And this Starfinder thing, they give you 3 months to get healthcare. I think that's a scam. I don't know, like, I was against the hippy-dippy stuff, but I think we should unionize.
I mean, how good a healthcare can we honestly get since our lives are in constant danger all the
Right,
time?
exactly.
I think we're uninsurable.
I don't know.
I think we should organize our own Starfinder set of doctors that just treats us all for free.
And they stuck us with a doctor who's not even, like, really a doctor.
Yeah.
It's like a doctor. I think he may have just named himself. That may be, like, his middle name, like, Dr. Yeah.
Dr. Who? Like the guy who flies on the fartest?
Yes.
Okay, well, the world is your oyster.
Well, if you don't mind, I need to at least buy supplies, but I would like to try to sell stuff and send some stuff to my family.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, where is everybody going? Maybe I should put out the map for you guys. Alright. So, where is everybody going right now?
I'll just go back to my apartment and wait for him to be done.
Alright.
I guess we'll go back to the ship.
Where would
yeah,
the
we can go back to the ship.
Yeah.
Ship quarters.
Yeah.
On the ship.
Alright. Does everybody roll me a percentile die?
40.
Okay.
I don't remember what
60, 40.
Alright. Yeah. Each of you guys, as you're heading to your respective locations, well, I'll get to where are you?
50% of our
Where are you going, Gregor?
Would the bank be in the market, the free markets? Or would that be?
There'd be
Surely
banks.
there would be banks like.
There would be at least one bank in every district.
Cool. I want to go to the free markets.
Alright. Yeah, so you go over there and you're trying to sell your wares, and somebody comes up to you and they're kind of squinting a little and they're like, excuse me, are you Gregor Samsa?
Why, yes, I am.
Oh my gosh, the Gregor Samsa! And they take out, like, I don't know, like, they take out, like, their phone. They're like, excuse me, can I get a selfie with you?
Sure. Did you read about me in that newspaper article with?
Yeah, you're all over the news. You and your crew. You're the guys who went on that drift drive, that Acreon.
Me and my buddy Jippers. We saw our friend die before us in the hangar, and we went to the newspaper.
Yeah. Well, sorry about that. Can I still get that selfie with you?
Sure.
Go for it.
Gibbers, you've just got a legion of fans following you right now.
Yes.
And I'm trying to stay
I'm gonna
out
get some
of
going.
I think my fame
you
is
want to
from
be
that
in
newspaper
self-check?
article
Yeah.
from when we went to the newspaper.
19. Okay. Nobody follows you. Nobody
Thank God.
harasses you. But Gibbers, you're in the spotlight right now. Everybody's like, it's Gibbers. He did something heroic, and it wasn't a stuntman.
I'm just like looking for the shadows and like rolling.
I do my own
eyes.
stunts.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's going on, and getting to your official business, Gregor. What are you trying to sell?
Well, I want to send 1,000 credits to my family.
All
I
right.
think that's a decent sense.
Why are you giving your money? Okay.
That's part of my character. My character. I'd like. I would also like to try to sell. What did I write? The something in whole art.
The art.
It's
All right. Roll me your profession skill. Not the cooking one. The
Not the cookie one. Wait, how, were you a cook in your past life too?
I learned cooking
Oh,
because I
okay.
was upset that I failed so bad. 22.
22. Okay. You are able to sell it for
I know it was 2,000 originally.
yes. You make a return of 3,000.
Guys, I can only break even. Sorry, we'll have to split the 2,000.
I would like to
Buy a vowel.
yes
It had to be said.
a semi-vowel.
A semi-vowel.
Why?
A demi. All right.
Is it why a semi? I don't remember a semi-vowels.
You go to the
That's
vowel
next to
vendor.
linguistics.
You go to the vowel vendor. You find a guy who looks mysteriously like Pat Sajak, and you're just like, I'd like one of your finest vowels, please.
Yeah, I would like to try to buy some armor or health packs.
All right. Well,
These are delicate.
Or not health packs.
No.
Health vials.
No.
well, everything is in
And
this
guns.
lovely rule book that you got here. Here's the equipment section, right here. Peruse that to your heart's content. You can have.
W is a semi.
You can be able to buy up to level 5 items right now. Alright, so you two are on the ship. Alright, what are you guys doing on the ship?
Chilling.
Looking out the window and waving out the fans.
You guys aren't playing. Well, I'm gonna call you up. You guys aren't playing on the holodeck.
Gregor
I
with his-
go over to the holodeck and I go, yo, pull up Gibbers.
Pull up the pull up the cooking
I take my
program.
guns.
She's shooting at a hologram. Gibbers.
How many times do you shoot at him?
Like 30, 40.
30,
I'm really
40?
bad at him.
Alright, you spend 30 to 40 shots. No, I was serious.
Not actually.
Okay.
I'm faking it. I'm
Okay.
shooting at him.
Okay.
I don't want to waste my ammunition on that little percent
The
something.
metagame, either that or the metagame is strong with this one. Alright. I will say straight up.
I suppose I should buy him.
I will say straight up, your email should be set up at this point. If you want to check it. That is up to you guys.
I'll check it. I'm responsible.
Alright.
As I say, I just fucking shot at Gibbers.
Alright. So,
Jib Dog 1 at Starfinder.
there are 3 emails. One of them is addressed to the entire crew. One is addressed to Gregor, and one is addressed to you
Oh,
and is encrypted.
let's check that one.
All
Make
right.
sure Gibbers is out of the room.
Well, don't worry, I'm still up at the fans.
Good.
All right, so you check it, and it seems to be what languages do you speak?
Okay. Common versus Strix and Basque.
Okay, it's in Strix, and it says, "My name is." Oh, okay. So the subject is legacy,
Okay.
and it says, "My name is Ferris Del Notho. I heard that your crew had a run-in with a group called Legacy. I'm quite familiar with them myself. If you want more information, send me an encrypted comm call at the number provided. I'm in dire need of your help, and am willing to compensate you handsomely for your time. Don't keep me waiting, Ferris." And it provides you with a number. Do you want to give me a wisdom check?
5.
Okay. Okay.
So if the capacity is 1 round, I have to reload like every. How does the reloading work with this?
If the capacity is 1
So-
round, then you have to keep reloading it every
Yeah.
time you use it.
Yeah, but is that like a move action? Or?
It's I believe it's
Because
a
I think
standard
I
action.
I think I've been not paying attention to that, and I probably should.
Oh, is it yours the single shot?
Well, no, my other one was 2 shots.
Oh nope, reloading is a move action. I've been wrong.
Cool.
I have been wrong. I've been living a lie.
How could you?
All right, so for future reference, reloading is a move action.
You told me that like one of the last times.
Did I tell you it was a move action?
Yeah.
I thought I told you it was a standard action. Oh well. Then I wasn't living a lie, and I was right the entire time.
I think you did.
Oh yes, and by the way, I know I sound like a broken record, but I do have some more Galaxy News network stories. Okay.
I'm watching the tape.
All right. The steward. Okay. Well, we'll go with the jingle first. We gotta do this right. We gotta do this right. We'll do it live.
Do it live.
Da, 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 da. Hello and welcome to more Galaxy News Network. The stewards have released a statement telling Pact Worlders to stay alert as activities from the Cult of the Devourer have increased. Passenger, freight, and mining vessels are recommended to have armed escorts when traveling. Coming up in a few days is Pact Day, the system-wide holiday marking the anniversary of the Absalom Pact. Following the end of the Silent War, delegates are moving to change the name to Peace Day in order to extend the cause of celebration to the end of the Silent War, the alliance with the Viscarium, and the defeat of the Swarm, and the commemoration of the brave men and women who died in the conflicts. Pact World's officials have agreed upon a suitable candidate to mediate between the Elven and Drow explorers still in orbit of Galachi. The mediator is an ambassador, Gisette, from Verces. Thankfully, no fighting has occurred since the dispute began, but officials say time may be running out. And finally, the Decada system recently unveiled a new fighter ship. The ship, which is dubbed the Gunstar, is designed to have a humanoid shape for increased maneuverability both in space as well as on the ground. And this has been Galaxy News Network. Is there anything else anybody is doing right
I am still buying stuff because I am in a bed.
now? You're in a bad way.
Rounds, long arm, and sniper. I'll get 2 of those.
Alright, well, if we're not doing anything else, we are going to take a break. So, thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you guys a couple days from now. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and whatever you're supposed to do. Brush your teeth every day.
Brush your teeth.
Alright.